you ready? I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
Bonus! You're probably gonna get this at midnight tonight or something of that nature. Beautiful villagers hit us up and let us know that Metallica did a cover of Blackened, which is what this is. So we're gonna check it out.
Did you say it was an acoustic cover?
I'm pretty.
Is that what you heard?
The person said it was acoustic. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I was obviously very intrigued by that concept because I don't know how you can make an acoustic part of that. But I'll either really like it or really hate it, I think. We do 100% authentic up in here. So if we don't like it, we're going to say so.
We will let you know.
I know it's your favorite band of all time, but I got to tell the truth. All right, Blackened, I'm going to tell you right now, I've got kind of a bias against it because I just don't see how it's going to work. I'm just letting you full disclosure. But, who knows? Not like Metallica needs my approval. They're 100 trillionaires or something like that. So, there you are. All right, let's do it.
Go.
Blackened is the end. Winter it will send. Throwing all you see. Tube skirted at the mother earth. Never hurry, but evolution's end. Never will a man who never. No, never. Deadly nicotine kills a minor pain. Callous fit to chill, nothing left to kill. Never seen before, breathing nevermore. Never. No, no, never. Fire to begin with, bing dance of the dead. Blackened is the end. To begin with, bing dance of the dead. Color my world blackened. Opposition, contradiction, premonition, compromise, agitation, violation, mutilation, planet dive, darkest color, disturb, true death alive. Termination, expiration, cancellation, human race, expectation, liberation, population, laid to waste. See a mother put to death. See a mother dying. said and done. Never is the sun. Oh, never. No, no, never. Oh, fire. To begin with, being dance of the dead. Blackened is the end. Begin with, being dance of the dead. Color my world blackened. Color my world blackened. Color my world blackened. Color my world blackened. Color my world.
So a couple things. One, that must have been very, very hard to do because it diverted pretty significantly musically from the original. Like, especially the harmonic part in the middle. Did he? I'm gonna find the original song because I'm pretty sure they didn't do that harmonic part in the middle. Which, anytime somebody does harmonics, I'm like, oh my gosh, because I suck so bad at them. Like, I do them on accident. Like, I did it one time, and I was like, oh my god, what was that? My friend Ralph was like, that's I try to do it again. It's terrible. All right, so Blackened. I just want to check if that middle was part of it, because if not, good lord, these guys are talented. The other thing that struck me is that must have been very difficult to record.
They were all in different areas.
They're
and
in
they
different.
spliced it together.
Yeah, they're like. I'm pretty sure these guys are all in different states. So
Everybody's doing social distancing, so
yeah, and it's not like Lars can just listen to, the regular one because the tempo was different. Everything it was pretty different enough.
why is it so low?
Because this is low. It's almost at nothing.
Oh,
Yeah. He did something very smart. So it was an actual chord, dun, 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 and then he just turned it into a harmonic on the acoustic, which is brilliant in my opinion. In my very, very
my humble opinion.
limited guitar knowledge, that was a pretty smart thing that he did there. I'm very like, you've got to be a really, really good musician to do what these guys just did. And I'm also impressed with, there's a couple things that impressed me. One, Kirk's still rocking. These guys have been playing this song for 20, 30
I know,
years.
yeah.
Lars gets a lot of crap from people, but he's still energetic. Robert Trujillo, I think, is the bassist on the bottom right. He's the newest member of the band. He hasn't been playing these songs for 30 years or whatever. But it seemed like Lars and Kirk were like the most into it. James had to be a little bit more focused because he's got to sing and play, and he's not used to playing this version of Blackened.
Yeah.
So he had to have a little bit more concentration, whereas these two were able to just let it all hang out, and it's just mind-boggling to me that Kirk is still rocking and still moved by the music. He's in his house. It's his little foyer. He's got a nice land out there.
Yeah,
though.
I know, Mom.
He had the best background. I really enjoyed that. But I was the thing that I cannot stand is when you go to a show and the artist is disinterested in the music.
Yeah.
And I always feel like I'm being unfair to the artist too, because it's like,
How can you do that for so many years?
right, you've played Blind literally 2,000 times probably. How can you possibly, whatever? But some of these guys just love their music. And the other thing I think about Metallica is they've got such a vast catalog a catalog of so many good songs, they can afford to skip this song. Because Blackened is a great song. It's one of my favorite songs on the record, but that's the same record that's a record that had one on it. And then there's my favorite song on that one is Shorter Straw. Shorter Straw is my favorite song on that. They don't even play that much live, but so they can I guess when the catalog is that vast, that I forgot who I was looking at last night. I was looking at somebody about 3 or 4 o'clock. I was looking at a full set that they were doing, Oh no, Slipknot. When that Custer song, that God, and I was like, I can't believe they didn't do that live.
I know,
The
yeah.
show is still a rockin' show, but they have so many good songs and so many heavy songs that they can afford to leave out a song like that. Which to me, like I would never leave Custer out because it's such an
crowd,
audience.
yeah.
It's a crowd song, you know. So. Like I'm amazed that they're still into their own music, and he gets a ton of points, man, for that bridge, that middle. It might be something very pedestrian. You guitar gods out there might be like, that's ridiculous. They just changed the chord into a harmonic, same accent, because the timing was pretty much similar and the accenting was similar. But I'm just and how they were able to get this together. Like I want to know how many takes it took for them to get this.
And who did the editing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing.
That's some perfect lining up to do.
Yeah, well, that's true. Because a lot. I forgot who the guy. I didn't check the comment. The silly guy who's all angry. How effing hard is it to sync of it? It's actually pretty difficult, especially you got all these moving pieces.
I think sometimes it's harder because of our equipment is not as great as it. You know what I mean? Like so, sometimes we listen to a song and. The exact same song that we listen to is the one that we're going to use to put in the video. But when I record it with that camera and put it up, it doesn't line up. It's almost like the song itself is longer or shorter than what we watched in the video. So I don't know why that is, but it only happens randomly. It's not like it's an every video thing. So.
Well, I think it has to do with on their side.
Who?
The folks who uploaded the video originally that were taken out from YouTube.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I put it up in iMovie, so it should. That's the one we listen to. It should line up.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't make any sense.
We don't know enough about editing to know, but that's my suspicion. But either way, like, as people who shoot videos, remotely or whatever. That's part of my thought process is like, yo, they did a really, really good job with this.
Like if I had to line you, if you were like in another location, like say you were on some trip somewhere, and we like had to do it, and then I had to line you up with me, and then
I do the editing on the Middle America videos, and there's lots of times when I just cheat. Like you'll line it up perfectly, and you leave both files open with the volume and whatever. I just turn the volume down because I never get to sync right ever. I don't know how she does it. I never get to sync right, so I just turn the. And of course, 90% of our audience doesn't even know what I'm talking about when I say I just turn the volume down. Like they have no idea what I'm talking about. But so yeah, production's great. Whoever did the editing, awesome. I love the fact that they're still into their music. I like the song. I wish they would have done a little bit something else with the chorus, because the chorus is so that was a little bit, because he actually slowed down the tempo from the verse into the chorus. I didn't really like that much, but everything else in the song I loved, and the middle was amazing. So amazing that I was like, man, if they would have found some way to get that harmonic to accent with the chord like they did, that would have been like primo. That would have been like, whoo, but it's yeah, Kirk could have done that, right? James could have had the rhythm section.
Could have done anything you wanted.
So I actually really like the song. The only kind of I wish they wouldn't have slowed down the tempo when they got into the chorus. But other than that, I thought it was really good, and really, to me, honestly, this shows why Metallica is like still. Like they're like one of the few bands that made it out of the 80s into the 90s, and then out of the 90s into the 2000s. It's like these guys are genuinely talented and genuinely can do things kind of on the fly that regular people cannot do.
Yep.
Like it's like you play pickup. I talk about this all the time. Like you play pickup basketball, and like. You're beating everybody and you think you're good, and then I had an assignment down in Lexington, Kentucky, and we were by the UK courts, University of Kentucky. These third string kids from the team would come in. They call them the blue courts. They'd come and play. And man, like the separation between you and a third stringer in college who's going on to be a lawyer or something like that, it's like night and day. Wow. Like it's not even close. And when I look at this and it's not that these things are necessarily hard to play. It is the arrangements, the way you put them together, the transitions, the timing, the decisions that you make on, like, it's all those things. It's not, oh my God, he's doing a lot. It's all those decisions, and like why, like I was in, I had a guy that used to teach me things here and there, music theory or whatever, and I'd show him stuff, and he goes, "Why did you make that decision?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Why did I?" Because he's like, "Why did you make that decision?"
Oh my gosh.
And at the time, like, I was like, but basically what it came down to was like, I had two bands that I was listening to at the time, Lamb of God and Korn, and so all the decisions I made on chord progression really just he put the thing in the tape player and he's like, "This sounds like this and this sounds like that," and it was really, really challenging, and it made me and this is a guy who, you know, we played actually one of his songs in the
oh really?
Yeah, it was and people liked it too, during the Rockathon Part 2. We played one of his songs. People loved it. I mean, the guy, he's a badass in my opinion. He's the best guitarist in the state, in my opinion.
I remember that.
And you know, he's still an amateur, but like his breadth of knowledge and the way that he looked at the instrument was just like, it was just like, oh, okay, you know, like it's like, and so when I look at these guys and I see that they're able to do this, like, hey, let's just do. And I don't know how long they took to practice it, recorded, or whatever. I just think that these guys are. It just shows why these guys are on another level. I think this is kind of like people are probably in the comment section going, "Hey, you're making a bigger deal out of it than it." But I'm blown away by this, just because of the situation we're in with COVID and the editing issues and all that, and like to be able to do that is unbelievable. Much love to Metallica. This is gonna get a solid 9 from me.
So for me, I thought it was boring.
I could see that.
I thought it was really boring, and I was disappointed because I thought it was gonna be. Because I see he's got his acoustic, and I love acoustic. I am a huge acoustic fan.
Yeah.
And I always will be. And so I expected to thoroughly enjoy this.
Yeah.
And so when I came into it and I was like, and then I kept going and I was like, even more like,
And you've forgotten the song.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, so I had the song playing in my head while they were doing this. So I knew that they were not going to be able to make like, who was that redheaded guy that you're in love? What's the guy's name? Sheehan.
Sheeran.
Like, I knew it wasn't going to be an Edward Sheeran whatever song. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be that because I knew what song they were playing, and there's no way to make that an Edward Sheeran, whatever the guy's name is. But yeah, I could see where you're coming from as far as what you expected.
Yeah.
I expected not to like it, and I'm surprised that I did like it. I didn't like the chorus. I didn't like the chorus though, so I held to my conviction. But I think the reason I like the song so much is because, to me anyway, it's very hard to do what he did, and reimagining the song and all the rest of it. I think is very difficult to do, and it's something I could never do in a trillion years. Like, I was working on this riff last night, and I love it, and it's heavy, and it's fast, and it's, you know, whatever, but I could never like transpose that into, you know, what James did with his. So it just, anytime like I see something like that, I'm like, yes. So it's getting a 9 for that, and all the rest of it. It's getting a 5 or a 6.
It's a 5 for me.
All right, there you go. Sorry, Metallica. We tried to help you. Come back on stage. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone. Not too soon though.
Yep. Cover up.
Follow Sori. See that? She's covering. This was before.
See? It was prophetic. I knew.
Buy our shirts.
And callous food to chill, nothing left to kill, never seen before, breathing nevermore, never. No, no, never. Fire to begin with, bing dance of the dead. Blackened is the end. To begin with, bing dance of the dead. Color my world blackened. Opposition, contradiction, premonition, compromise, agitation, violation, mutilation, planet dive, darkest color, disturb, true death alive. Termination, expiration, cancellation, human race, expectation, liberation, population laid to waste. See a mother put to death. See a mother dying. Disappears, thinking in vain, decadence remains, all is said and done, never is the sun. Oh,